exactly. But it's ludicrous, isn't it? Just because of the guy's name, you get everybody coming out and kind of. Obviously, we find it funny. It's a bit of humour for us, but there is people out there that this isn't a joke to them. They generally believe the whole hype they're creating. We've spoke
Oh,
about
just
Andy
queue up to go on
Halliday's red
that
card
offended
as well.
bus.
You know,
Queue up and jump onto that offended bus, mate. That's all they're waiting for.
aye, a busy bus that. But yeah, Andy Halliday's red card. We spoke about that. A lot of people were pretty peed off. The Spears and Haggart and the Herald, our caller, when he came out, hit the nail on the head. It was gross misconduct what they done. Any company, whether it be you, me, your pal, gross misconduct. It's a big one in your company. You slander your employer. You will get hustled into the office. Quick investigation, and you're going to be out the door. Gross misconduct. They didn't get treated any differently to anyone. Anyone that's employed by a company, in my opinion. The Billy Boys, I'm a big believer that the word shouldn't be changed. That's just me. I know
Well,
yourself,
my heart says that, but my head says we need to. Unfortunately, I'm not a great believer. I don't want to see appeasement. I mean, it should be compromise. Compromise is when you walk away from the table and all parties are aggrieved because of what they give something up. But, the way it is with Rangers and the way it is with the Rangers board and the way it is with the whole the PUL community is we go for the appeasement route. We just keep handing over and handing over. Or, no, that's wrong. We keep allowing it to be taken away and taken away and taken away. We need to make it stop. But I think the genie's out of the bottle on this one. I don't see us putting the shit back into the donkey on this one, mate. You cannot put shit back into the donkey. So I think we've got to change the word. My heart says no. My head says we're going to have to.
Yeah, the facial recognition cameras as well on the show. That's been a big one.
Well, that facial recognition camera is going to be there, going to sort of start lip reading. And if you say that the F word rhymes with Kenyan, your facial recognition, you're going to be away for that. So I think you're going to have to sort of get a word. I mean, we all know. See if I sing it up to my knees.
Is it offensive? It's absolutely not offensive.
Not at all.
I've spoken to many police officers. I've spoken to many kind of people in the legal department. Calling someone a Fenian, it's not offensive. If you add on something at the kind of the before or after the word Fenian, then yeah, absolutely, you could be offending someone. But in my opinion, using the word Fenian, not doing a thing wrong. And is the word before or after the word Fenian offensive? No, not in that song. Yeah, obviously what you're suggesting in the song, yeah, absolutely, I can understand where people would say it's wrong or they don't agree with it. But I disagree with anyone that's saying it shouldn't be sung.
When you think that a song that was nothing more than a parody, it was banter. And it was unbelievable. And to the tune of Sloop John B, what do you call? I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He had two names: Peter Martin, and he's one of these characters with the two names. He used to be Peter Martin, and he's something else now. I can't remember. Maguire, is it Maguire? Changed his name from Martin to Maguire or Maguire to Martin. I can't remember, but another one of these characters. Why do you need to keep changing your name? He started saying, "Look, listen, they're singing the famine song. And they went, "No, it's Four Men Had a Dream. It's to the tune of the famine song." Well, I wonder what the Beach Boys have got to say about that one. That is no longer Sloop John B. That is the famine song tune.
Guys, this has been a show all about the Rangers. Like you can see on the main page, that is what me and Ian's been speaking about tonight. It's all been about the Rangers. Next show you'll see coming from the PO Community Radio. It could be Tuesday or Thursday. We will update the calendar accordingly. There is a game on Tuesday, and we will discuss about doing a post-match show, which me and Ian will put our heads together and talk about that. I will personally be doing a show on either Tuesday or Thursday. About the PUL community, politics, community events, community issues, anything to do with the PUL I'll have on that show. We'll have a couple of live interviews as well. well, I'm saying a couple of live interviews. I'm hoping to have a live interview lined up for my next show, or at least a pre-recorded show. After a pre-recorded interview. After tonight's show, we are going to have a request show with Nancy starting at 10 and going all the way through to kind of midnight or beyond. That's completely up to Nancy, but that's on straight after us. All you'd need to do is let us finish up, give Nancy probably a minute or two, and she'll be on with a request show. But yeah, we are going to be busy in the background. Like I say, we had our inaugural broadcast only last week, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was last Thursday.
Last
Friday.
Yeah. Last Friday, 22nd. From there, we've ironed out quite a lot of the kind of issues that sprung up, and we're working hard behind the scenes to kind of bring a lot more content. This has been the first Rangers show that we've done together, Ian. I think it's been all right. I'm looking forward to doing the kind of community broadcast on Tuesday or Thursday.
The only thing we need more callers. I think Dave and who was the second one that phoned in? Craig.
Called in
and please, for this to be successful, for this to get, really to become what it should be, we do need callers. There's nothing, it's as though you're speaking to your mates in the pub. You're speaking to, it's so easy to lift the phone or go onto Skype or whatever. There's two guys done it with John the first night we were on. It's dead easy. Phone in about anything if you know it's somebody's birthday, if it's somebody's anniversary, somebody's in hospital, somebody's going through an operation, somebody's having a baby. Let us know. We're trying to be a community. Let us know. We'll give it a shout out, give it a tune. Their names up in print and there. You get a mention on the radio. Things like that, dead easy. If you've got a point you want to talk about, anything to do with the Rangers, if it was a Rangers show, anything to do with the PL community when it's a PUL show, get phoning in. It's obviously going to give us subject matter to discuss and debate.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of top that one off, if you're listening to the show right now and you're really interested in getting involved in the PUL community shows where we're going to be looking at politics, community issues and kind of current news which is happening in different events, if you're interested in seeing someone be interviewed or something like that, then contact the show. You can contact us anytime you want. When we're on air, you can contact us through the phone on 01414161690. But the best way, if you're looking for content to be played on the radio or see our staff go out and kind of follow up on something you're giving us, then just send us a tweet. You can message on Twitter and Facebook. You can also email studio@pulcommunityradio.com, and we're open to any suggestions. If it's worthwhile, if it's a worthwhile venture, then we will go and do it and get it on air for you. That's not a problem at all.
Events, there was a couple of events tonight. We should really have been sort of telling people about that last week and give you a chance to sort of boost your numbers. So if you have any events coming up, let us know about them as well. We'll certainly do whatever we can. If there's any petitions that you want to try and push, tell us. We're going to try and get any worthwhile issue out there for the PUL community at large to discuss and talk about and think about. More important, to think about things that are happening.
Yeah, absolutely. The PUL Community Radio is a platform to be used by the community, and you should use it as much as you can, where you can. Have you got anything else to add to that, Ian?
No. My belly's rumbling here. Bad
guys,
time
thank
to
you for
start the
listening.
show.
Myself and Ian will wrap it up here with we won't play the Queen, as that will be played at the end of Nancy's show when she finishes, which I think maybe be midnight or just after midnight. So we'll leave the Queen for Nancy. If you pop back onto the website tomorrow or even Monday, it should be updated with the next kind of week or 2 weeks in advance worth of shows, so you can kind of pick which ones you're wanting to listen into, or you can listen to them all. But that's a good night from me.
A good night from me, and don't forget, folks, tell 10 to tell 10. Let's get the numbers in this community really rocketing through the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got nothing more to add to that. Guys, that's the end of the show. Tune in to Nancy's request show at 10. Good night.
You're listening to PUL Community Radio. Music, news, debates, banter, and views. Call now on 0141 416 1690. PUL Community Radio, putting the unity back in community.